Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back to another competitive Battlin. Last week we did Mega Beat Drill. This week we're doing Mega Pidgeot. Uh, Figured since they were released together, that might as well follow up one with the other. So without further ado, we're well, when I say released together, I'm talking about when they released, the Megas and, what was it, a Korokoro leak? Yeah, I think it was a Korokoro leak. I don't think that one was official. Um, yeah, so without further ado, let's move on to the set. Well, before I do that, I'll explain. We're gonna be doing a Mega Pidgeot set, and then we're gonna do a non-Mega Pidgeot set for, you crazy kiddos who don't want to run your Pidgeot's Mega. So let's jump right in. Since this set is exclusively Mega, I'm gonna go ahead and give him a Pidgeotite. That's how you pronounce it. And ability. Once again, he's Mega Evolving, so you're not gonna use really any of these, but the one that'll probably be most handy is prevent your defense from being reduced, just in case you switch in on a move that will decrease your defense. So that's probably going to be the most useful. Otherwise, they're not all that useful. So as for the EV spread, well, first we're going to do the nature. The nature, you're going to want to go with either timid or modest. I prefer timid just because I'm all about the speed, but modest is an option. Now I know what you're thinking. You're saying, but Kageryu, his special attack is lower than his attack. Not when he Mega Evolves, boys. When he Mega Evolves, you take a look at these stats over here. Now you tell me which is higher. You just gotta trust old Kageryu over here. I won't steer you wrong. So, anyways, back to this set. While we're here, I'll explain his ability. When he Mega Evolves, he gets no guard ability. Your moves, forget about accuracy. They're always gonna hit, no matter what. However, your opponent's moves, they always gonna hit you. So, pros and cons. But I'd say the pros outweigh the cons in that situation because after max's speed and max's special attack, and I'm gonna throw that extra in HP or whatever because it's not a huge deal. I'll show you why no guard's so good. Because your stab move of choice, Hurricane. Hurricane, best flying type special move there is that I'm aware of. Maybe there's some exclusives for guys with the, exclusive moves, but I don't know. Anyways, Hurricane's generally the strongest you can get on most Pokemon. Base 110 power, but you're gonna say, oh, but that accuracy, it's only 70% accuracy. That's not that great. It's not that great. Normally, you'd be missing this quite often. No guard. You're always gonna hit a Hurricane, no matter what. And that's why no guard's good. And plus that 30% chance to confuse, that's pretty nice. Hurricane comes through with the confuse. Comes through. Next move. Here's where you're going to want to run some coverage in the form of Heat Wave. It's a great move, great coverage. I believe you're going to have to get it from the move tutor, but they're back, baby, so not a big problem there. It's got 90% accuracy, but oh yeah, no guard, so it's always going to hit. It's got that 10% chance to burn, so it's kind of, whatever, 10% chance, you burn them. 95 power, nothing to sneeze at. And yeah, it hits both targets in double battles, because it's a spread move. So, there you go. It's a good move. Run with it. And, next choice. Here's where you get, you got a couple options here. You're going to generally want to run Roost, because that's going to provide you some great longevity. You're going to be able to stay in, you're going to be able to heal yourself, you're going to be able to survive. However, if you want to run him, more specifically, if you're going to run him on a double battles, you have the option of replacing that with old reliable Protect, because everybody be running Protect in double battles, you know what I'm saying? Not everyone, but a lot of people. So Protect's definitely an option there, but it's not the only option, like I said, because Roost is there, and Roost accomplishes, basically the same thing. You can Roost a lot of the time to make up for Protect and heal the damage back that you took, but it's not a Protect. It can kind of, it can give you your HP back after you've taken the damage a lot of the time, but it's mainly there for healing, which Protect can't do. So anyways, last option, we got about like 3 or so options here. Here's where you get a lot of support options that come into play. Pidgeot doesn't have a huge move pool, but he's got enough to warrant you having a few options last slot. So first off, we're going to talk about is Tailwind. And Tailwind, basically, if you don't know what it does, for 4 turns, all your allies' speed are doubled. So, anybody who switches in, their speed's doubled for 4 turns. After that 4 turns, you're going to have to set up another Tailwind, because, it's gone. And they lose that speed buff. But it's definitely good, especially in double battles. You can set up a Tailwind, and then your teammate can take advantage of that Tailwind. Also, you can switch out, and then you can have 2 Pokemon taking advantage of it. Pidgeot himself takes advantage of it, It doubles his speed as well. He could definitely use a speed buff. I mean, the speed stat's pretty crazy, but, it's not Mega Beedrill crazy, so you could always use a boost. It's just great great option overall for support. However, you got another option as far as support goes in Defog. Get rid of those pesky entry hazards. No longer will you be troubled by stealth rocks, spikes, toxic spikes. Just get rid of them. Get them out of there. Say Bamoose to them. I don't even think I used that word correctly. Whatever. It gets rid of entry hazards. It's great. Pidgeot, however, is a flying type, so if the entry hazards are up and he's not in, switching him in to take care of Stealth Rocks isn't going to be your best decision, because upon switching in, he's going to take that Stealth Rock damage, and he's a flying type, so he's weak to rock, and it's going to hurt. But if you don't have anyone else with Defog or Rapid Spin, then he's going to be your only option. But Defog's best for when they set up while you're already out, and then you just say goodbye to him. And that way you don't have to switch in on the Stealth Rocks. But you know, if you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. So if you gotta take that Stealth Rocks damage to save your team some trouble, you gotta do what you gotta do. So as for the last option here, we got U-turn over here. Now, I know what you're saying. I mean, hey, he's a special attacker when he Mega Evolves, no longer a physical attacker. Why do you recommend U-turn? Well, he doesn't get Volt Switch, so U-turn it is. Because, you know, U-turn, most of the time, you just run it for that switching out. Those shenanigans there. It's great, it's just great, you know, hitting them and leaving. It, you know, makes you feel like you didn't waste your turn switching out, you know. You get to do damage and switch out. And on top of that, your speed stat's pretty great. Well, we're gonna look at Michael. Yeah, it's pretty great. So, most of the time you be alright switching out first. Or hitting them with U-turn first and then switching out before they hit you. So most of the time you be alright. So it's a good option. And as for those choices, that about does it for Mega Pidgeot. That's what he does. Those are the options. So if anyone wants to know how to run a regular Pidgeot, here we go. So Mega Pidgeot, he's not a special attacker. He's a physical attacker. So what you're gonna wanna run is you're gonna probably want to run something along the lines of well, as far as the EV spread goes, and the nature, you're gonna probably want either Jolly or Adamant. I want to recommend Jolly because you're not Mega Evolving and not getting as much speed. So I'd say Jolly's probably your best bet. And probably going to want to max speed and attack, and throw that extra in whatever, your HP, your defense, your special defense, whatever you want. It's your choice. That's probably what you want. As for the ability, honestly, I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's see, I mean, Tangled Feet be nice if you get confused, for sure. I mean, Kenai, is okay. And Big Pex, Big Pex is, okay. Honestly, I'd say go Tangle Feet, I guess. Yeah, go Tangle Feet, just in case you get confused. So that way, you don't get hit as much. But as for the item, no doubts about it, you're going to want to run a Choice Band. And for your physical moves, you're going to want to run stuff along the lines of, well, you're definitely going to want to run a Quick Attack, that's for sure. Because Quick Attack's some nice priority you'll be getting there. So you're going to want to run that Faux Show. And, let me think. I believe he gets Brave Bird, so you're probably going to want to run that. Yeah, it gets Brave Bird. So you're going to want to run that. And, you know, Quick Attack's going to be your normal stab. Brave Bird's going to be your flying stab. You could probably run Return. Yeah. Yeah, I think Return would be a solid choice because, you know, Quick Attack's not super strong. It's mainly for the priority there. So, yeah, Return's definitely a solid choice, I'd say. And, for the last slot, let's go with old U-Turn because he's a physical attacker. And U-Turn on Choice Banded Pokemon. Now, I love that because you get to hit them hard and you get to leave, and then you can come back in later and choose whatever you move you want again. So that way, I mean, you're switching out, so you're not getting locked into U-Turn, you know what I'm saying? Normally you'd be getting locked into it, but don't really matter because you're switching out at the end of the turn. So that's definitely a plus. And let me think. You probably got some more options here than just that. Instead of Quick Attack, you could probably run Pursuit if you wanted to, just to get people when they're running away. I don't know who's gonna run away from Pidgeot all that much, but I mean, you know, you can get them. Well, keep in mind, this Pidgeot set, it's probably definitely going to be running like lower tiers, like, are you? Pidgeot's solid, are you? Maybe UU. Maybe. Thinking a solid RU set. I mean, I don't think he's NU. I don't know, he might be NU. I don't know. I don't pay too much attention to Smogon tiers if you guys haven't noticed already, because all I do is typically use an OU mixed team. It's typically what I do. It's typically how I roll. I use whatever Pokemon I like, really. I just kind of throw them into OU, even if they shouldn't be there, even if they're too weak to be there. I throw them in. I give them a chance to shine. So, honestly, yeah, I think that about does it for this Pidgeot set. I can't really think of any other option he would have. You know, Quick Attack would be my choice there, but Pursuit, I think Pursuit's a solid option. And yeah, Choice Band for sure. Yeah. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you liked it, give me a like. If you disliked it, give me a dislike. And if you want to see when my new videos are coming out, be sure to hit that subscribe. And there's a comment section if you want to comment on what Pokemon you'd like to see me do next. And always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I bid you adieu.